Hello! Hello! Oh goodness, Hon, another Hon video. I'm joined by Rythian. Hello Rythian.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, you're an actual expert in Heroes of Newerth.
I'm probably the best Heroes of Newerth player in the world.
What on earth is this?
Queen and country. Splendid. Marvelous. Hail to Newerth. We're conquering the game.
Oh god.
Bloody hell. Gentlemen, the king. A royal thrashing.
British Gentleman Announcer Pack, kind of in the same style of the Mispudding Pack and the Flamboyant Pack and the Badass Pack. It's just a replacement announcer.
I bought it. I actually bought it.
I'm not too fond of the teacups, otherwise it's pretty good.
Not cricket.
But I didn't buy this guy.
So this is the Monkey King, one of the two heroes that was introduced in this patch.
Right.
He's pretty badass. He looks pretty cool.
He killed me about 47 times when I was playing.
Yes.
So I'm not very happy.
We'll go
with
into
this guy.
details if that depends on him being overpowered or the fact that you didn't have any boots till 12 minutes into the game. But that's,
well,
you know, details we don't really need to go into, so yeah.
No.
Basically his skills are pretty much all about movement. Like you see, he's just jumping around, moving people left and right here. It's pretty impressive and very flashy. His main skill is elusive dash. He dashes and does damage, and if he hits a hero, he can dash quickly again for half the damage.
God, I hate him.
He also spawns a mountain that damages twice.
A mountain?
Yeah, it's called mountain, but it's really just a little hill thing.
Is it a molehill?
I suppose, yes. This is his ultimate, the Nimbus Cloud. You press it and then you fly around on a cloud. You have like 15% movement speed increase. It's pretty huge. It also shortens the cooldowns of your spell.
I will not stop. With great haste.
God!
Granted, those were level 1s.
Oh, he is level 25.
Still.
He is level 25.
Perhaps not so realistic, but there you go. Second hero is the Drunken Master. He's drunk.
Hooray!
As you can see. This is kind of new.
He looks amazing.
Originally he wasn't supposed to have mana. He was supposed to work really differently. They ended up cancelling that idea and just basically going with the drink system. He drinks, which gives him charges. As the charges runs out, he gets health regen, and it also boosts his spell. So it's kind of an interesting way of getting laning power, and also a spell that gives him more power.
Here's to you.
Oh my god. So he hits people with his
Yeah,
beer.
melee strength, and he hits them with, you know, his tankards.
And he drinks the beer.
And he loves drinking. That's pretty much what he does. His both main attack skills are pretty much both movements base skills, again like Monkey King. That one, he lunges at the opponent, stuns him for 1.5 seconds, and can then follow it up with another knockback type thing. So you can kind of control positioning wise where you want the enemy to be.
He's like a slower, drunker Monkey King.
Sort of, they're actually kind of similar. It's funny that they get released at the same time. His other skill, lunge, is just like a type of charge thing that does damage. And if you have a bunch of drunk charges, you slow him down. He's interesting, and he's especially strong as a tank because of the way his ulti works. Once you pop it, if you have enough drunk charges, you take less damage. You're also immune to single target spells and single target stuns, which is pretty incredible for a hero like that. Your damage output isn't huge, but the fact that you can stun on a pretty short cooldown, move people around, and take a hellish amount of punishment make you pretty powerful.
I'll be right there.
Wow. He's beautiful. What's all that glowing coming off of him?
That's when he did his Unstoppable or Unbreakable or whatever it's called, his ultimate. Basically, he's so incredibly drunk that he doesn't really feel pain.
Drunken Master. Monkey King.
Alright, this is from one of our in-houses. We're gonna see a little bit of
Oh god.
Well, first of all, it's the new Spectator UI, which has been vastly improved for this patch. You can see all the items for every hero, you can see all their spells, etc.
Oh.
This is pretty friggin' sweet. And here we have Plug going up against Strippin, aka Theoden, in mid, in a Monkey King versus Drunken Master battle, which ended up being pretty action-packed. I mean, they're both pretty aggressive heroes, and they're very much about movements, since they both kind of move each other around with the lunge and the Heavenly Vault. It's kind of interesting to watch.
Ooh. They're all going for that last hit. This is something that I was never very good at. I was never very good at the whole last hit thing.
Yeah, it all comes with practice. I mean, this is one of those games that you can get the basics very easily, but there's so much to learn to actually become really, really good at it, and tons of practice. Were there a Drunken Master in the game you played, or was it just Monkey King?
Just Monkey King owning me over and over. I didn't get to see this drunk guy. What did you think as a good Hon player? What did you make of my play?
Well, I'm gonna be diplomatic here and say that
I was really good.
you had balls.
I had balls.
Yes, and you also were had good manner, and you represented us well. Yes, that's.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
I'd say
you.
that's probably the most true.
You didn't sound terribly sincere when you said that.
Well,
but
you know, I mean, yes. So, anyway, moving on. Here we see the Monkey King. Just moving around a lot. I mean, granted, chasing down an empath with 4 people isn't that impressive. But it's mainly the fact that he can easily catch up with you with his dash, and he can actually leave you behind him as well once he gets his Heavenly Vault on you.
I hate that.
In the combination, it gets some pretty insane damage.
It's horrible. It's a horrible thing.
It scales flat out with his attack damage, so it's pretty huge.
So, what about the whole elephant in the room thing? I mean, the fact that people have paid for Hon and been promised the fact that they've got access to all the heroes, and now it's free to play, they don't get access to this insanely powerful Monkey King guy, and they have to pay real life money to get him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that part is flat out bullshit. They always promised that there would never be any way that you could buy stuff with their money that would give you an advantage in the game. But because of their whole early access shenanigan, you have to pay real money, or rather gold coins, to play Monkey King if you don't want to wait for an entire month. And given that he's pretty good, although I don't think he's like ridiculously overpowered like, for example, Silhouette was when she was first released, it's still an advantage for anyone that doesn't, you know, that decides to pay money for it, and that goes against everything they said they would.
And it's just going to continue every month? Is there going to be like 2 new heroes every month? A free one, and one that you pay for?
They'll be on early access, pretty much. And that sucks. Means either you wait a month and get destroyed, theoretically, by other people who can play this hero that you can't play. Pretty much like League of Legends, which has been one of my complaints with that game. And you have to pretty much deal with it, even though you have a legacy account. But honestly, that's not the biggest deal. For me, it's the whole fact that Hon always had this thing of you get to buy it once and you have all the heroes. That was the promise, that was why this was much better than League of Legends for me, because you didn't have to spend endless amount of time unlocking every single hero or buy them with money. You just buy it once and you had every hero, including everyone that was going to come out. Fantastic. Not so anymore. If you actually want to buy Hon now, you have to go the free-to-play system, exactly like League of Legends. Either play a lot of games, win silver coins, buy heroes, or spend money. You can no longer buy the full game and get every hero. And I think that's a bad thing.
So people who buy... well, people can't buy Hon now, but people who get Hon now, if they want to play certain heroes, They either have to earn the silver coins through playing the game over and over, or they have to pay real money to get gold coins. That's it. Otherwise they're locked out of a whole bunch of heroes.
Exactly, otherwise they only have choice to play like 15 heroes every week that rotates around. Again, exactly like the League of Legends systems work. So they've pretty much just abandoned what made them such a better alternative and turned into just League of Legends, which I think is really sad. Granted, to me and to most people who already have an account, there's barely any difference. You still get every hero. The only thing you need to worry about is, you know, early access heroes that you can either decide to pay money for to play them a month early or not. But the real bullshit is if I want to get a friend of mine to play, he can actually have a full account. He has to suffer the whole free-to-play. Well, bullshit pretty much.
So is Hon gonna end up bigger than LOL?
No.
No. Is Dota 2 gonna end up bigger than Hon?
Yes.
So they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, aren't they?
Hon is my favorite game of the two, but I guess we'll see if this is actually going to be a good move for them.
I guess we will.